So, good afternoon, guys. This is Ayodeji from STS Global Education, and we are here to talk about studying in the UK with your dependents. We all know that the UK government recently placed a ban on students coming with their dependents to the UK. And now there is a way you can move to the UK with your dependents. And here with me, I have one of our directors, Mr. Sumon Rashid. He will be here to also answer your questions. And we also will be able to guide you and help you out in the long process. Okay? So, Mr. Sumon, please, you can have the stage.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Thanks for the introduction. This is Harun Rashid. I'm a director of STS Global Education. So I'm here today to talk about the most lucrative options that for Nigerian or African students are looking for, which is to come UK with dependent. So we'll talk about how you can come with dependent, which courses are available and which options are available, and how STS can help you regarding your journey towards higher education in the UK. So here we are. We will take some questions as well if you have, whoever watching us. And also we'll talk about the series of questions related to MRS, TP, and PhD program. So if you can go with the questions, then I can answer accordingly. I think it will be better for us and for our audience.
Okay, so I'm still waiting to see if we have more people to join us so that we can get enough audience for this podcast. So please, if you're in and you can hear us, can you raise your hand or just post a comment in the comment section so we can start fully?
Okay, before I think while we are waiting for our audience to comment, we can talk about some aspects of DBA, PhD, and MRS courses. Basically, I think everyone, most of the international students from Africa or Nigeria, they are very much familiar with PhD, MRS, and DVA courses because it is like in the university level, it's very common. So whoever coming for the higher education, they are very familiar with the PhD courses. So let's talk about the PhD, and
Okay.
then we'll go for DBA,
Okay.
and then MRS. So we know
Emirates.
what is PhD. PhD basically is the highest level of achievement for academic achievements, like where the student can get a specialization on some like subjects, okay, or topics. They get a specialized degree, and it is the highest so far. It is the highest level of academic achievement. It can say it's if you say it's called Doctor of Philosophy. So someone can complete a PhD. You can get a title is called doctor. Okay, so this is PhD. So in the UK, almost all the universities offering PhD courses. So it is highly competitive, and also it is for the requirement, entry requirement is also very much specialized, because this is not a general course. So someone who wants to study in PhD, they have to have proper idea about research. They should have their proposal on particular subject. They should find a professor who will supervise. In PhD, basically professor who supervise the degree, basically. So they need to find a particular professor on particular university who can help them to supervise their degree. So they need to find a professor, and they should have some background of research, some publications, and also like a degree, like honors and masters at least. So they can go for PhD. For PhD, basically, agent like us, like educational agent, cannot help that much, because in that particular program, student has to apply by themselves and to find the professors and find a university for their chosen or subject areas. But there are two more options, which is one is DBA. that is very popular, and people are bit maybe a little bit confused about DBA and PhD. So DBA is it's called Doctor of Business Administration, and it is similar to PhD, and it's mainly for the student who want to study business, okay, in a higher level. So for DBA, also in DBA there is options available, like if someone studied in a different background, they want to have a like higher degree on academic level, so they can go also for with work experience, with professional any experience they have had related to business admission. They can also go for DBA. So DBA is more easier and flexible for international students compared to PhD, and their agent can help. Okay, so we can help students to get that degree in DBA. The good thing about DBA is student can bring their dependent, and they can get a PSW. The PSW, post study work permit, is 3 years. Okay, for postgraduate, like any masters or like master's program, they can have only 2 years PSW. But for DBA, if they complete DBA, they can get a degree which is PhD. Also, they can get a 3 years PSW, post-study work permit, in the UK after they complete the study. The same as PhD. Once someone completed the PhD, they can get also same 3 years PSW, post-study work permit. So this is DBA. Not all the universities are offering DBA. Only few universities in the UK they are offering DBA. So we can help students if they want to study and get a degree on Doctor of Business Administration. They can contact us. We can help them. And then we come to MRS. MRS is a Masters of Research. Basically, is a degree which leads to PhD or DBA. So someone who wants to study in PhD level, they don't have enough idea or enough knowledge about research, and they can go through this MRS program. So this will prepare them basically for PhD. Okay, this is a route to PhD, you can say, or a pathway to PhD. So it's similar like the master's taught course. So it's kind of similar in this way. Like in MRS, most of the universities, they have 2 years. So first year they can study taught, and then second year they will do just pure research. So in these 2 years, they will be prepared for like PhD, and they can later they study PhD. And here MRS courses is the most like lucrative, or like what is called opportunities for international students. They can bring their dependent, which is they are not allowed for taught courses, postgraduate taught courses. So here is just an overview we have talked, and almost all the universities in the UK, they are offering MRS courses. Some universities, they prefer to get a direct MRS student, so student has to find a professor the same as PhD. And some universities agent can help, like we STS Global can help a student to get their MRS admission in some universities, and they can easily get and bring their dependent. So here is an overview I've just talked. So now if you have any other specific question, then we can go ahead, or if any audience have any question, then we can answer as well.
All right, you basically said almost everything, but I'm still going to ask that what are the benefits of studying for a Masters of Research in the UK? I think you made mention of it earlier, but I would just like if you can just state it out for us one by one so that our audience can understand better.
So benefits, if you talk, or opportunities, it's huge opportunities available in the UK. First, someone wants to build up their career in education sector, or any research institutions, or they want to even in their home country, if they want to come back and they want to proceed their career with as an academician. So it's for them basically. It's not for everyone. So someone who has ambition to in their future to long run, they want to build up their career as an academician, as a researcher. So it's for them. So in the UK, there are 200-300 universities, and there are thousands of colleges available who needs a good academician. Okay, they need teachers, they need different levels of employees. So there is a chance of like someone who completed their degree in research, they can get into those sort of jobs. And also, like for PhD, we know the PhD is a very prestigious degree for any student. So and for the universities, if you want to become a university teacher, so most of the cases in the UK or in other countries, like they require PhD. So after MRS, so it will be easy to get a degree or get admission in PhD. So it's good for them. And more importantly, UK PhD or UK MRS, they are widely recognized. So any country, let's say in Europe or America or Canada or any other country, if someone wants to build up their career, they want to be teacher in the universities or anywhere in the world. So this degree will be accepted. So they can apply, they can find an option. So this is I think a gateway or pathway towards a big dream. So anyone they want to build up their career on academics and as an researcher, I think there is an opportunity available in the UK, not only in the UK, in Europe or other countries as well.
All
So
right.
you are muted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So knowing that the what's it called now, the benefits are quite large, I'm sure our audience will be looking forward to seeing how they can grab this opportunity before the UK EBI starts with their own bringing in a different what's it called now policy to stop Emirates from being independent and all that. So who for the third question, who are eligible to apply for this Emirates? Okay, I'm sure most people should have BSc and they should also have the WAHEC and all that. But is there anything else we need to know about the eligibility for Emirates
So
program?
if we okay, I think if we talk about the entry requirement, so particularly in Nigeria, so then it will be easier to understand like who can get admission and who are the audience for this course. So basically, for MRS courses in almost all the universities, they like almost 90% of the universities they need a research proposal. Okay, so they should have a research proposal for one particular topic. Number one. Number two is they should have their degree on masters. So the 4 years bachelor degree along with 1 or 2 year masters is preferable. So this is what, and they have to have a 60% of first class. If you say CGPA 3 or whatever it is, so they should have 60%, and then they can. And if for English language requirements, WIAC NECO should be fine. So if someone has WIAC and NECO, and they should have at least C5. So for postgraduate taught courses, C6 is accepted. So for most of the postgraduate, I mean MRS courses, they require C5 or C4, whatever, like the better, I mean, marks in the English in WIAC or NECO. So the WIAC NECO are widely accepted, so which is good news for Nigerian, they can come. But there are some certain universities, they have a restriction of the, like, the age. So let's say if WIAC has 10 years, more than 10 years old, then they need to have separate proficiency letter from the university or where they have studied. Okay, so yeah, some schools also require IELTS, but most of the cases, like 90% universities accepting WIAC NECO as their English language requirement. So if I summarize, so they should have a bachelor degree and master's degree with 60%, and WIAC NECO C5, okay, or C6. Some universities they accept C6 as well. So C5 you can say, a research proposal. So this is a standard requirement for MRS. But there are some universities they accept bachelor degree from Nigeria. So if student has 4 years bachelor degree, the university should be recognized by NARIC. I mean, the recognized university, and they should have 60%. Okay, and they have some managerial work experience relevant to that field, so they will be accepted as well. So the standard requirement should be masters along with bachelor, but some university they will accept with just a bachelor degree with 60%. So this is the standard requirement and requirement from Nigeria. Okay, and WIAC NECO are accepted, as I said, Okay,
Okay.
so some MRS courses, specialized one, like if they are from Russell Group universities and some high rank universities, they looking for IELTS, so they will not accept it. Like if it's health related course or if it's like engineering, any let's say very technical course or medical related course, they require IELTS 7 or 6.5, something like this. So there are some universities, they are exception. They will not accept 𝐷𝐼𝐶𝐞.
All right. So just to chip it in right there, also for the Emirates and the schools that allows you to come in with bachelor's degree and your WAHEC, you need to be able to pass a sustainability interview also. And that should prove that you have a proper knowledge of what you're coming to do, which we at STS Global get you ready for, so you'll be able to scale through. And also, these are the things that you should look forward to: the sustainability interview, getting your
It's
BSc.
a, I'm just correcting you, it's a suitability interview. So suitability interview is just a credibility interview, you can say. So these are the interviews, like most of the university for MRS courses, they take this interview, credibility. They want to check whether the students are genuine, they have a genuine idea about research, and they are actually, they want to come for study. Okay. So here I want to say something like, they just don't want the student who wants to come with dependent. Instead, they want a student who wants to come for research, who has a ambition to excel their career on research. Okay, so this sort of a student, but as a bonus, they can bring their dependent. So dependent shouldn't be a priority for getting the admission of these courses. It should be the skills and their ambitions and their goals, like who wants to become an academician, who want to work in a research industry. So they sort of students basically they are looking for. So suitability interview or credibility interview, whatever it is, definitely as an agent we will help our students to prepare those interview, and our student always pass those sort of interviews.
Yes. All right. So we have a question in the comment section by Daniel. Daniel was asking, uh, can he apply for a DBA with a postgraduate diploma?
No, unfortunately, postgraduate diploma is not recognized in the UK. Then 4 years, I know the bachelor equivalent, so they will not accept. Okay, unfortunately, you need to have a 4 years bachelor degree. If it's like if you have a 4 years bachelor degree and then you have additional postgraduate diploma, they might consider. But if you, I believe he has a HND and then postgraduate diploma, so this will not be accepted, unfortunately.
Yeah, so what he basically said is that with HND and a postgraduate diploma, you can't go for DBA.
No, they can't go for DBA. So they should have, they can, even in postgraduate taught courses, they are not, most of the university, they will not accept as an direct
Postgraduate.
entry. So so you can come, some of the university may accept. So you can come as a postgraduate student first. You do complete a master's degree, taught master's degree, and then with that degree, you can apply for MRS. So then you can, or MRS or DB you can apply for. So I think I would suggest for you to come with a normal master's degree, master taught course, and complete this course, and then you can apply for DBA or MRS.
Yeah, I think I know. Okay, Daniel just said he has a BSc with CGP of 3.5, and he had studied masters in the UK, but got awarded a PG because I had issues with one unit. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I've got the question. Yeah, I think you are eligible. In that case, we can help you to, because you have a BSc degree, so, and you studied a master's degree because of one module. Yeah, I understand now. Yeah, you can submit, you can apply for DBA, and we can try for you, definitely.
Exactly.
But I think my suggestion would be you apply for MRS. So MRS would be easier to get
Better.
admission rather than DBA, because DBA must need master's degree, and you have postgraduate diploma, so they might consider that, they might not. But for MRS, you will be eligible to apply for 2 years MRS. So I think I would suggest you to apply for MLS courses. If you contact to us, then we can help you out.
All right, all right. So Daniel, that's it. We can help you, but we'll be going for it to be better to go for MRS instead of the DBA, and we'll always push for application for you. So now let's talk about Financial implications. I know everybody's really interested in the aspect of financials. So, what should our students or people should be looking forward to? I mean, the deposits to the full tuition, to the form.
Okay, so here it is financial part. So the tuition fee is similar to postgraduate program. So for master's courses, so MRS courses, tuition fee is yearly. It start from 8,500 to 15,000 pound per year. Okay, for DBA the same thing. It starts from 8,500 to 15,000 per year. Okay, and with the high rank university, it can go up to 30,000 pound per year. So tuition fees in the UK is per year. Okay, so and most of the universities they accept deposits of 50%. So this is the standard deposits. So 50% of the first year, 50% of the first year tuition fees they can expect to pay. Otherwise, like some universities also can accept a lower deposit. So it depends on the university to university. So we suggest to pay 50% for our students and for the first year tuition fees.
All right.
And
So,
financial requirements for for let's say the living cost is similar to like the international for postgraduate and undergraduate, the same as they have to show the if it's in London it's the same amount, and if it's outside of London so there's a different amount. And for dependent also there is a fixed amount for dependent, like how much they need to show in the bank statement. So we always suggest encourage if student can they pay full. If they can't pay full, there is option of like lower deposits also in the some universities. So yeah, there it is.
all right. So, let me just chip in for the bank statements. Whatever bank statement you're going to be providing should always include your dependents if you're going to be going, because you need to show that you have enough money to take care of your dependents and you while studying, and have enough money to also pay for the rest of your tuition in the UK. So, now let's talk about the application deadline, because at this point, January intake is fast approaching. Everything needs to go very soon. So, do we have application deadline for these courses?
Basically, January intake is almost closed. Most of the universities for MRS they have closed the application. So for January at the moment, I would say it's kind of impossible. So we can look into April, May intake and September. So there is some universities has a ruling intake. We will look into those. But most of the universities they have the biggest intake is September. So I think if they want to study for MS or DBA, they have to look for the September 2025 options from now on. So January is almost closed. 2 or 3 universities are available still. If everything is ready, like financials, applications, documents, everything is ready within 3-4 days or within 1 week, if they can provide, then we still can look into January intake for some university. But most of the universities is closed for January.
All right, all right. So, like you said, some universities are already closed for January. Some have even closed a particular course, no longer accepting applications, like Gloucestershire for international business, and some other schools also. So, if you want to go for January or February intake, it's a little bit closed, but we can still try and push. But you have to
Exactly.
be ready.
Yeah, they have to have ready with the documents
Bank
and
statement.
financials, bank statements, tuition fees. So let's say if they get offer, they should make payment as soon as possible, and also they should have
Exactly.
ready for the interview as well because they takes interview. So in the interview for the preparation, they won't have much time for January, but still, if a ready file, we can push for January 1 or 2.
All right, all right. So for the few questions left, so what's okay, you already made mention of this. I mean, when they are done studying, what are the opportunities left for them? What do they have? But you can also just list these out for our audience to know once more, like the opportunities after studying in the UK.
Yeah, I think opportunities we have already discussed what they can do in after the completing the course MRS or DBA. But here I want to mention like there is a 3 years PSW post study work permit after DBA. Okay, so or MRS. So once they have completed once they completed their degree and they get the 3 years work permit. So in this time with their degree, they can easily find work opportunities. They can search work opportunities in the UK, and also their dependent can stay with them those times as well. So it's a huge time to find options. Like if they get a job from the university, like most of the UK universities, they offer work visa. So like if they get a job, they can be sponsored by the university or colleges. Okay, so in that case, they can be settled easily after 5 years in the UK.
Yes,
So this is
yes.
this is the one way we're looking for the settlement option. I mean, like lots of students who wants to come UK, for settlements in future. So they have the opportunity like here. And as I said, like for academics, for research industry, it's a big industry. Okay, and they can, with this degree, they can work anywhere in the world. Okay, like they want to let's say find a job in the universities in UAE, United Arab Emirates, Malaysia, Singapore, okay, Europe. So they can go there, and with that degree they can easily find a job and build up their career. So there are opportunities. We have already talked, so I
All
think
right.
it should be fine for
All right.
for our
So basically,
students.
all right. Basically, it said you can stay 3 years after studying your MRS course. 3 years for post study. It gives you enough time to settle down. Because I have people saying that 1 year might not be enough for them. So I already told them you have 3 years to settle down in the UK and work, and within that 3 years you find your way. And so
Yeah.
for this point, how can STS Global help? I mean, we know we can get application done. We'll prepare you for your sustainability interview. We'll do everything for you down to getting your visa done. And so what else can STS Global do for our students?
First at first hand, like student like who wants to study, okay, or they have a higher education ambition. So most of the cases we seen, like they don't know what to do exactly, like they don't have an exact plan, or with their current profile, like which university will be the best for them or which course is the best for them. So they don't have much idea. So in that case, STS can help and give an advice what is best for their career. It's not for the business, for what is the best for their career. Let's say someone has a profile on engineering, okay, so they should look for the opportunities in engineering sector, because this is where he can excel and get things done better. But if someone studied in business, or she should come from business related areas. So we help them their assessment, like, and we help them to choose the best things for their career. So this is one thing. Secondly, you said application, suitability interview, credibility interview, how they prepare themselves. We can help for research proposal, like we can give you the framework and advice for how they can prepare their research proposals. And also while they're in the UK, let's say if their visa and everything done, they're in the UK, if they need any advice or help for regarding their studies as well, like after studies. So after visa, like while they're studying, if they need any help for academics or anything, they can contact to us. We can help them. We have a community like STS family. It's called STS family. So in there they will find a lots of previous students who are studying already or in the UK. They can help in accommodation. If they need help to find an accommodation, we can help them. And some extent, like most of the international students from Africa or South Asia, they work part-time during their study. We can also help them to find their part-time work opportunities. So in lots of ways we help students. So it's not like student admission done, visa done, and we are done. We are not done until they finish their degree, until they find better opportunities in their career. So we always with our students, we always keep in touch with the students. Student can call us anytime and can come to our office, can get advice. Yeah, so this is how we are connected as a family. So this is called
All
we
right.
STS family. Yeah.
All right, that's great to know. We are there for you before your application, during your application, during your studying, and also after your studies. We will be there for you because you're part of the family. So if anybody has a question rather, they should please put it in the comment section so we can easily treat it for other audience to learn. So open that for like 2 3 minutes. Anyone with questions should please go ahead and ask. Yeah, so Daniel just asked, does STS have a physical address in the UK? Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
yes. You just go our website, STS Global Education, and if we just go to the contact or address section, you will find our UK STS address. It's in London, East London, basically. So address is there. If you just go to our website, you'll find the address.
All right,
Or
so
if you
Daniel, we
contact
have,
with our Nigeria team, also they can give you the address. But easy, like you need like 2 minutes to find out. Just go to Google STS Global Education, and you'll see the address there.
all right, all right. So there you go, Daniel. We have a physical office address in UK, we have in Lagos, we have in Bangkok, we have everywhere. So you can easily reach us. Is anybody having any more questions so we can treat it and we'll call it a day? I guess no one. All right, Mr. Simon, thank you very much. We're grateful for having you here today to answer these questions and hopefully do this some other time on a very probably different topic and able to tell our people what they need to know. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for attending our podcast, and you should all do have a wonderful day and take care.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining today. And hopefully, for your education journey, STS is there to help you. Let us know if there is any help needed. You can contact us through our website, through the Facebook, through the our physical offices in the countries where we have. And yeah, here we are here to help. And thank you so much for today. Thank you, Ida.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Bye. Take care.